谈到很多，没有看到，都谈到很多在跟社会面面合作时候的一些痛苦啊，懊恼啊等等。那从昨天下午开始以后，我就觉得是不是我不太会反省，因为好像都没有这种痛苦跟困难。
I've heard several presentations since yesterday, and I found that many of the speakers suffer from the frustration and the setbacks after joining the social movement. So I started to reflect that what's the problem with me? Why I've never feel those frustrations like them.
这可能跟我的背景有关，因为可能各位知道，就是我本来我一直都在学建筑跟都市设计，这是我的 professional 的专业。但是让我这20年以谋生的是，我搞了一份刊物叫《破周报》，是台湾维持最久20年的另类媒体。但是我真正有兴趣的事情都不是建筑设计，也
is from being the chief editor of Potts Journal, but actually what I really interested is to organize a activity.
这大概是我从大三那一年开始参加，1990年左右的3月学运开始，那是我大三的时候，然后从3月学运开始以后，好，我很老了，不用那个，所以后来我们有很多小型的，像520农民运动、反核、地下电台的抗争，去 AIT 前面喷漆、反战，一直到1997年，我第一次真正参加了都市社会运动，就是14、15号公园那个运动。
I started to join those social movement since I was in college, the third year of my college, and ever since that I joined in a lot of demonstrations and movements with different topics, including anti-nuclear, anti-war, and until '97, I joined in I'm more involved in one movement regarding to the development in the city.
OK， 所以我今天先把结论讲出来，然后我再回到我为什么会这样思考问题。那个结论就是，因为我是一个非常乖的。我非常所以呢，我认真思考了那个 property protest 跟 commons 的关系啊。
I would like to jump into the conclusion first and then come back to my presentation. Why? Because I'm a very obedient speaker, so I have to think topics by Esther.
所以我重新重组了一事情啊，就是说，对我来说，这3个字，如果给我第一个想到的概念就是我们要有一个 against property into commons 的东西。那所有的 protest 是为了这个目的。那如果我是这样想，我就不会有那些，也许我就不会有那些困扰跟挫折。那对我来说呢 ，property 意味着什么？第一件事情其实意味的是 authority， 就是权威或者是 author right， 作者权这个概念。第二个概念对我来说就是 belongings， 就是所属，可能包含了血缘的、金钱财务的跟感情的。那第3个就是我们所谓的公民，公民式的公共生活，这对我来说也是 property 的一部分。那我待会在案例里头会讲得比较清楚。
So I think again with those 3 terms, property, protest, and commons, and it comes up with this sentence, protest against property into commons. Property for me means the authority and belongings, and it has something also with civic public. And commons is with the singularity, the act in common.
common 这个概念就是，我其实让很多学者努力在界定什么叫做社会运动一样，是很少人给他一个 definition， 因为就不可能。那 common 也是一样，就历史上有很多经验告诉我们，可能什么是 common， 可是从来没有人敢会勇敢的给他一个定义。所以这个东西singularity that act in common 其实意味着说 ，common 这个东西并不是一个规范性的存在，只有当很多意志的个人行动的过程里头，会造成这个 common 的感觉。那重点就是这个 act。那对我来说，社会运动是一种 act， 艺术的 project is at?
For me, there are so many scholars trying to define what common is, and it's a very difficult. And because for me, it's something that people see, feeling like we are approach at the same time, but so that we can feel the sense of common.
所以我们现在回到那个一开始。We have a lot of 这意味着我们可能很多时间可以跳过这些东西。
That means I'm going to skip many slides.
Yes， 第一个是用这里影像，就是我之前其实不太关心艺术作品，我也不会做艺术作品。那一直到1997年左右，台北市有一个非常老的社区，sorry， 在1997年左右的时候，台北市非常老的社区在这里，这是一个 squatters。然后在1997年的时候，刚上任的陈水扁市长，下令在3个月之内，把这个有3000户，大概900多户，3000多人的社区全部铲平，然后变成一个新的公园，像变那样。
In the past, I never cared about art, and I don't do art project as well. It was until '97, there was one very in Taipei.
movement 叫做 Anti-City Bulldozer， 反市府推土机的这个运动。
I belong to the organization Anti-City Bulldozer。
然后一开始都是建筑跟都市计划的专业者参加的，因为我们是在 policies 的层次上跟市政府吵架，就说这个不是一个好的 policy， 所以我们完全是非常理智的去斗争。可在那过程后来有非常多的市民参加，它就变成整个华人社会第一场反对都市更新的运动。
In the beginning, there were a lot of architects or urban planners in the group because we tried to argue with the in the point of policy. And in the end, there are a lot of citizens joining us and become the very first social movement of an anti-city development in Chinese society.
We can say it's the first project to do against the urban renewal, renew some kind of this. And 那在那个过程里头，因为我们在抗争的现场，其实需要很多 video。我们之所以拍那么多 video， 是因为我们常常被警察打或抓，所以我们要当作证据。所以呢，这个在过程里头，我拍了非常多的访问，然后有很多抗争的画面，并不是为了要做一个 documentary， 而是为了保护我们自己。当警察告我们的时候，我们可以提出一些证据来。
On the side of the social movement, we took a lot of videos because we need to record down when we were attacked by the police. It was not for the sake of making a documentary.
然后大概1998年以后，就运动是发生在1997年。1998年3月，在1年后，我被迫剪出一个纪录片来。那因为我们好像要对这个历史有点交代，但我一直都不喜欢那部纪录片，因为那个纪录片里头，我拍摄的所有的老人们几乎已经死掉了1半以上。
The movement was in '97. In '98, I was forced to make a documentary, but I really hate to make that documentary because most of the viewers in the film were already passed away.
那后来他就参加了一些莫名其妙的展，譬如说，2004年好像进到那个台北双年展里头变成一个片段，2007年到深圳的建筑城市双年展里头，参展就变成一个就很莫名其妙变成一个艺术品展览。我还去过香港的那个 Video Power 那个展览的。
But in the end, that documentary traveled to other cities and joined many biennials, including Taipei Biennial and the Hong Kong Shenzhen Biennial, become an artwork.
然后在这个事件以后，我们就想了很多，就我自己在反省说，作为一个专业者， 我以前是会做设计的，就是我会设计房子啊，做都市计划规划，但我后来放弃这个专业，所以我一直在想说，有没有另外一种可能去跟社区发生一些关系？那在2003年的时候，宝藏岩这个地方本来是要被拆掉的，后来我们经过跟市政府的一个长期的，希望弄出一个方案来，那个方案就是。不要让所有的居民被赶走，变成一个纯粹的艺术村，而是让部分的居民存在，然后部分变成艺术村，用这种妥协的方案跟市政府交涉。
I was a planner, but it was until now I started to make projects. In 2003, in Taipei City, Treasure Hill were assigned to be demolished, and we organized. Activities to argue with the city government that not all the habitants to be moved out, but we can keep some of them still in the Treasure Hill.
所以我那时候就做了第一个，我不知道，也许是台湾第一个叫做艺术进入社区的计划。可那时候我们没有这个概念，我们根本不知道什么叫做 socially engaged art， 所有的 art 都应该是 social engaged。可是我那时候没有这个概念，我也不知道什么叫做艺术进入社区，所以我用一个非常强硬的方法规定，这些艺术家在这个村子里头要住3个月，然后你的作品要跟居民发生关系。
That might be the very first social community work. At that time, the idea of social engagement were not that popular in Taiwan yet, and the very first thing I invited artists to do residence in the Treasure Hill for 3 months, and they have to have communication with locals.
然后这个计划大概维持了2003到2005左右，有好几届的艺术家，所以我们真正的名字叫做 Global Artivist， 就是 artist 加 activist 啊，就是 artivist participation plan。我希望这个村比较不是把这个人都清掉，让它变成一个艺术家去驻村，而是希望这个村子里头慢慢长出艺术来，然后在这个程度上，我们才可以说它是一个艺术村。
The project lasts 2 years until 2005, and the title Global Artivist Participation Plan is because I wanted to be a more natural way that artists were involved in the community, and it gradually become a artist residence site instead of moving all the original inhabitants and bring in new artists.
当然后来这个事情有一些争议的原因是有一些艺术家觉得作为一个策展人有点太过强势，规定他们要跟居民合作。那对于居民来说，他非常讨厌那些艺术家半夜在搞一些奇怪的声音啊，抽烟喝酒嗑大麻呀等等，所以两边都跟我抱怨说他们失去了他们的主体性。
The project came up with a lot of controversy because the artist thinks that I'm too dominated to ask them to definitely do something and be there. And also the habitats in Treasure Hill also complained to me that they think the artist had been very noisy and doing a lot of things outside. So both sides came to me with a lot of complaints.
好，那这是我那时候想的事情。当然，现在的宝藏岩跟各位看到可能不一样，它就变成很干净无聊的文创小商店啊这种东西。
Now Treasure Hill had turned into a very clean and refreshed artist village.
那到了2006年左右，我进到学校开始教书，所以我必须带着艺术学院的学生开始做一些 art project。但我其实不知道什么叫 art project， 然后我会做的还是田野呀工作。所以在2006年，我做了第一个作品，如果叫作品叫做 Encounters。我那时候在中山北路一个外劳最会聚集的那个圣多福教堂待了半年的时间，每个周末都去跟他们喝酒吃饭，因为每个周末那些外劳移工们他会在那个圣多堂教堂外面聚餐，带着他们的家乡食物来。
In 2006, I started to teach, so now I have to do some art project with my students. But I still don't know what art project is. What I am good at is doing the field research. So The first project I did with my students is called Encounters, a Global Day in Taiwan. We went to a community in Taipei near the St. Christopher Church, where every weekend the foreign workers gathered.
后来变得越来越特殊，就是后来这个计划慢慢的变成是，这也是另外一届深圳香港双年展的作品。然后我们甚至到了北京的红砖美术馆去展览。
The project grew bigger and bigger, and then it traveled to also Shenzhen, Hong Kong.
来自菲律宾、印尼、泰国跟越南，40万大概是等于台湾原住民的总数。
This is a long-term project, and I don't know if everyone knows that actually we have 0.4 million foreign workers in Taiwan. Is almost the same amount of the Aboriginal citizens.
然后但是我每次做田野的时候，我其实不太能够进到他们的视野里头，就说我只能透过非常表面的访谈。所以我们这个 project 主要的核心是我说服一个很熟的工人，把手机交给他，告诉他说：你一天起床以后就拍你所看到的东西，哦，一天大概你隔1个小时拍一张你看到的东西。这样子的话，我就可以进到他们的生活里头。他们在工厂里头工作，他帮另外一种外籍劳工顾他们的小孩。所以这个计划总共有20个工人，10个工人是台湾从台北到高雄的这些外籍劳工，另外10个是在深圳各种不同的工人，比如说有吧台女，有微软公司iPhone 公司设计的那个设计师，好等等。然后在展示的。
In this project I found it very difficult to understand their points of view because they are always interviewed, being interviewed. So I asked one very close workers to take photo of his daily life. Every hour he take one photo so we can try to approach what their daily life looks like. And there are 20 workers involved in this project, 10 from Taiwan, across from Taipei to Kaohsiung, and another 10 is from Shenzhen.
然后展示的时候有很多种变种，就是每一个 project 我在展示的时候都不太一样。然后这是最后在北京的展示，北京的展示用一个固定的时钟，当这个照片被拍下来的那个时刻，它就会更换，然后以24小时为止，然后总共6分钟过完一天，我们可以看到不同人所看到不同的视野这样。
The display are different according to different venue. This is the photo of the exhibition in Beijing. We set up a clock, so every hour we can see the photo taken by the workers, and in 6 minutes we are going to go through their day.
所以你可以看到，有些工人一天24小时，其实面对的就是机器；有一些工人面对的就是一个婴儿。那有些人他一天24小时都在开计程车，在同一个时刻，所以那个每一个 moment 对我们来说都是非常冲击性非常大的。因为我们所看，其实每一天我们能够看到不同的人跟场景，意味着我们在全球化社会流动的能力。也就是你所看到的东西越狭窄，你的社会流动能力越低。
Some workers are facing the machine 24 hours a day. Some facing maybe an infant, or some maybe being in the taxi. So the outcome came to surprise us that being able to meet different people, different places means our mobility in capital modern city. 然后最后后来我又跟侯淑芝一个非常棒的台湾的女性艺术家策划了一个展览，那个展览叫做《亚洲新娘》。那她的做法也是一样，拍台湾。我们刚处理的是台湾的外籍劳工，那她的计划是处理外籍配偶。那外籍配偶在台湾也将近30几万人，如果把大陆的配偶加进去，大概将近70万人左右。在南部，譬如我任教的高雄的旗津。每6个新生儿里头有1个是混血儿，就他的父母另外一半可能来自菲律宾、印尼、泰国等等。 In another project, I collaborated with artist Hou Shuzi. In my project, I deal with the foreign workers, but in her project, she introduced many foreign spouses. In Taiwan, there are also a lot of foreign marriage, international marriage, and there are around 3 million foreign spouse lady in Taiwan, especially in Kaohsiung. Every 6 newborn baby, or there will be one is mixed blood.
所以这些努力以后，我们到了2012年。那我关心的都还是材料问题，可在这个时候，我在想，我有没有可能办一个展览，但是没有任何艺术家，就有一个展览是没有任何艺术家的，只有我跟我们田野的关系被呈现出来。
In 2012, I curated an exhibition in Labor Museum. I've been thinking if it's possible there is an exhibition without artists. All the material exhibited were made by the co-workers.
所以在这个计划里头，我们花了将近半年的时间在做田野。我们跑遍了高雄所有的工厂、港口、庇护之家，就是那个逃跑外劳会去的地方，然后教会，然后这些东西，然后透过这些田野访问，办了很多工作坊、歌唱营队啊等等，然后最后呢，他们会变成我们这个展览的主角，也就是由他们自己来做这个作品的。
The project took 6 months. We visited many factories, churches, shelters, and to the harbor to work with those foreign workers. And in the end, the work they create are exhibited in the museum, in the show.
所以在这个展览里头，我们大概创了高雄市有史以来参展人数最的记录，就是在那个3个月时间，大概有23万人左右参加。然后而且我们还把那个劳工博物馆的展场变成是一个礼拜天你可以带任何食物进去吃饭的地方，因为这是外劳他们一般的习惯，所以我们在那个展场放了很多这个红桌子，就是到假的时候你可以带你的食物跟。
This exhibition made a record in Kaohsiung exhibition history because there are around 23,100 people visited the show, and every weekend we make there a gathering spot so that people can come to chat together with each other. In the end.
好，这就是我们当然还有一些非常就是媚俗的做法，就是我们在每一个工厂前面等他们下班，然后请他们按这个手印，然后上面写出他们的名字从哪里来等等，然后我们把这个东西晒干，整个放在展场，因为我们觉得没有这个一双一双的手，台湾的经济不可能变成今天这个样子，因为我们全部靠他们支撑我们。
We waited out of the factory until those workers are off work and took their handprints and exhibited it in the museum. For us, it's impossible. Those hands actually supports Taiwan's economy.
所以这整个计划里头，最后只有一个艺术家参加，就叫陈介仁，因为那个路径图是在高雄。那另外我请了6个台南艺术学院的学生，拍了一个小小的纪录片，在讲外劳的食衣住行娱乐。也就是说，我们每次做外劳的作品，都会一直关公权力，我们就越不把他们当作一般人看。所以我要回到非常基本的就食衣住行娱乐的方法去操作。所以这个整个展场呢，都是外劳工作坊的成果，然后我们工作团队一些研究报告，然后剩下的就是这六部影片。所以里面有非常多的电影啊、戏剧是由他们自己完成的这样。
There were only one artist in the exhibition called Chen Jieren, and 6 art students who made some documentary record on the daily life of the workers. Also, in the exhibition, there are outcomes from all the workshops we hold every weekend, and there are a lot of videos inside as well.
那这是另外一个计划，也是在2012年，这是我在高雄跟一群学生们合作的一个叫做高雄导弹艺术基地，叫做 Monkey Witching Art Center。那很像那个 Havis 他们讲的那个计划，就我们这个空间也做了非常多的电影节、实验艺术、表演、行为艺术等等。可是我一直觉得
I want to add up the previous sentence I skipped. For Sun Quan mentioned that there are a lot of and care about the rights of the real daily lives. That's why they decided to bring out their real daily life instead of only asking for the labor's right. And this is 2012, another project in Monkey Witching Art Center in Kaohsiung.
这个叫做生日说书人计划啊，说书人
Storyteller Project.
就说这个我一直在想说有没有一种艺术是专门为了老人做的，因为像所有的艺术 art center 也好，博物馆也好，都好像设定的某一种观众是非常同质的、年轻的、有教育水准的。可是有没有一种展览是老人家也可以参加的，而且让老人家变成主角？
In this project, we've been thinking that if there's any exhibition for elderlies, there are a lot of exhibitions. Suppose that you have the audience from, you have the highly educated audiences, but is there any exhibition for our silver hair groups?
所以我们这个计划就是请每一个老人在他生日的那一天来这边发表一个 talk， 那我会给他准备一个蛋糕，然后让他告诉我们说影响他这辈子最深的一本书、一个影片或者一段音乐，然后我们就把那个东西收集起来，去图书馆的雏形这样。
In this project, we invited elderlies on his or her birthday come to the art center to tell us what is the most influential book or video that in his life, and we collected those materials and become
协会的会长，我后来才知道，所以我就帮他办了一个影展。
There were an elderly who is the photographer, also the chairman of Kaohsiung Photography Council that I didn't know in advance. So we held a exhibition for him.
然后另外一个是这位女士，她其实参加非常多的台语文独立就是台湾有个白话文运动，就台湾语文运动。就是要把台湾跟中国区分开来，所以他从小参加过非常多的运动场景。然后各位知道那个台湾的运动，每一个运动都会有一个自己的 T 恤，所以我们就帮他做一个 T 恤展，就是他这一辈子参加过各种不同的运动的展览的。
And this lady, she joined in a lot of movements to support Taiwanese language separated from Mandarin language. And in every protest, she wear different T-shirts. So we collect all the T-shirts and make an exhibition.
好，那这个是在搞那我必须非常快速的讲这些 case。那另外一个是我们直接 skip 掉这些东西。另外一个地方是我后来我们去做田野的时候，还发现。如果我们要了解这个社区的人，如果凭着一般社会学或人类学的技术，是很难问到一些真的东西，因为他跟你也不会把他所有的生命故事都告诉你。换句话说，我们需要一个新的另类田野的工具。
Through the methodology of sociology, I think it's very difficult to really reach the reality of our interviewers. So we need a new alternative, new methodology that brings alternative in research.
所以我跟 高雄的一些学生合组了一个叫辅导小组，这个小组就是把艺术的就这些东西，接下来这3个作品都有点像是我们做田野的副产品，就是说我们为了要得到更多的田野资料，所以我们就产生这些东西，可是这些东西后来当然也就变成艺术品了。
I work with some students from Kaohsiung. In these 3 projects, there are a lot of products produced after the field trip, and those products in the end becomes the material being exhibited.
第一个是我们做的辅导地图，那这个地图其实比较特别，是在高雄有一个小岛，它是台湾第一个西化的地方，比如说西方的第一个基督教堂在那里盖，第一间西方的医院在那里盖。所以那个小岛有一个有点像是台湾整个现代化的入口，就叫旗津。
The Islands Project. Here is a map. There is a very small island in Kaohsiung, which is the very first westernized island in Taiwan. Why we say it's a very first westernized? Because the very first church and Western hospital were built there. The island is called Qijing.
所以我们透过一种技术叫做 AR 的技术，我们先采访了非常多人，然后把这些历史都画成一个一个小的图案，然后透过这些图案，你可以在网络上 download 一个免费的软体，叫做辅导。如果你有 Android 手机的话，那这个手机呢，你只要对着这个图案照，它就会出现以前的古老的地图跟说明。这个古老地图有时候是历史资料，有的是居民自己提供的照片。
We were under a Android apps that we can, when the audiences scan the small icon on the wall, he can see the ancient map and the explanation of that icon.
So it's a free app you can download from the Google Market. And before you go, sorry, 如果你而且我们在你去那个小岛之前，我们就先发这个小卡片给你，所以所有的观光客要去旗津之前会拿到那个小卡片，他就可以先扫描，然后知道那个地方发生什么故事，然后再去自己玩。也就是说，我希望变成是一个自动导览系统，它不需要任何导游，它不需要任何的 guide， 它只要透过这个东西就可以去玩那个小岛。而这个介绍这个小岛的内容跟照片是由居民提供的。
So before every tourist get into the islands, we will hand this little card to them, so they can actually scan the QR code there and then read the stories around these places. So I hope that we can build up an automatic, kind of like a guided tour for everyone, and all the information and images are proposed and submitted by the residents there.
这是我们第一个 project。第二个 project，我们曾经在台北立方空间展过，也就是说，我们后来发现我们很难跟地方的居民讲以前的历史，所以我们透过一个方法访问了非常多人，这是大概前后差30年，也就是说30年前的老照片把它们找出来，在30年后把这个照片里头出现的人物跟景全部聚在一块重新，然后透过这个照片的塑造过程，重新那个 articulation 这种历史跟 landscape。
Sometimes we find it very difficult to articulate the past history to the local residents or the current residents. So for example, we collect a lot of old photos on the left-hand side, and then we identify all the figures and all the locations and within those photos. The customer.
然后可是因为有这种趣味，就是我们一开始先从老照片开始，所以很多居民愿意参加这个 workshop， 提供一些老照片。然后我们透过这个老照片的寻的过程里头，同时讲他们那个都市化怎么样把人给拆开，怎么样让地景做变化等等这些议题，甚至连环境污染的问题都可以在这里头被讨论。
It's actually a very fun experience that we try to identify these little old locations and old people in those old photos. So people are happy to submit or provide these photos. And then after this project, we can discuss all different kind of situations. For example, how urbanizations change people and change communities, and how people and communities are torn apart because of this process, and even including environmental pollution issues.
那当然还有一些是我们在旗津里头发现的一些壁画，这是渔夫画的。画他们在60年代左右在旗津捕鱼的那个画面，所以呢，我们当然找不到那时候的渔夫了，谁画的？所以我们不过这是他们现在还在用的一种非常传统的捕虾的方式，这样。
On the left-hand side, you can see this is the old murals that is painted by the fishermen themselves at that time to describe how they do fishing in 1960s and 1970s. Of course, we cannot find those people anymore, but on the upper part, you can see this is the traditional fishing techniques or stream fishing techniques they are still using now.
好，这是第二个计划，我们叫做 Memoscape。那第三个就是那个Junk Box高雄。那这个计划其实是同一个那个3个计划的最后一个，就是我们有没有办法用声音来说历史？
So the previous project is called Memoscape, and this one is called Junk Box. We're trying to tell the stories with sound.
所以我们找了我们就真的找了一台点唱机，这在高雄美术馆的展览。然后那个点唱机里头每一张 CD 都是一个地方的故事，那个地方故事基本上是采集地方的声音，第一个现在的声音跟以前历史上的声音，譬如说美丽岛事件那时候的暴动跟抗议，跟美丽岛站现在那个捷运叮叮咚咚的声音，然后把它混在一起。也就是说，希望透过这种声音去找，或让外来的游客跟当地的居民重新认识历史。
This is an exhibition in the Kaohsiung Museum of Fine Arts, and here in the machine you can see different kind of CDs and different kind of sounds. This sound is actually a remix of old sounds and new sounds. We collect all the old sounds that happens in the past, and also with the current local situation in the Formosa Islands. In that station, now it's the MRT station, it's a subway station. But in the past, there was an important social incidents there. So we remix the sounds from the past and also from the now.
各位可能知道，就是美丽岛事件其实是台湾民主化运动最重要的一步。也就是说，在民进党成为反对党正式独立之后没多久，就爆发了对不起，在成立之前就爆发了一些事件。就美丽岛这个名字是因为那个事件，因为没有一个地名叫美丽岛，是因为那个事件才有的。可是大家去就只知道六合夜市，他再也不会知道美丽岛的故事了。所以我们希望透过这个方法，重新让很多人知道这个故事。
This location is a very important place in the democratic movements in Taiwan. That is why the MRT, the subway station, is now called by that name. However, a lot of younger generations in Kaohsiung or those tourists from China may not be aware of the situation and the history around the areas. They only know about the night markets nearby.
OK， 那我们一样，这个地方后来到北京去展览，就因为我们点唱机运不过去，所以用另外一个画面把那个歌词都放进去。那这里面除了我刚刚说那个有点像就是结合现在跟历史声音以外，还有几个年轻艺术家是高雄的 rapper， 就是他们新创作的东西。另外我们收录了一首非常老的歌，叫做东亚进行曲对不起，新亚进行曲。新亚进行曲是日本在整个帝国推展之前，高雄作为日本帝国推进的第一站。所以新亚进行曲其实就是日本这个大帝国在高雄的第一个它是所有新亚进行曲里头。
So this exhibition was later relocated in Beijing, but that huge machine cannot be sent to Beijing, so we redesigned the whole exhibition. You can see all the lyrics on the wall to recreate the exhibition we want to portray. And in one of the songs, we collect some of the latest songs created by, for example, local rappers, as well as a very old song which is called New Asia Marching Song. And that is of the imperialism from the Japanese colonization era, because Kaohsiung is actually one of the first steps for the imperialisms from Japan during the Second World War to expand to the whole Asia.
所以这代是我们做的那个 3个副导的作品了，从地图到照片到声音。那接下来我2013年因为到中国美院客座的关系，所以我开始认识了中国的农村。
So in the previous sections, we mentioned about 3 projects that we have done from map to sounds and also to the soundscape here. And here that it's starting from 2013 because Professor Huang is doing his research and also as a fellow in China, so he has more interaction with the situation there.
那在这个农村里头，我们发现特别是在四川雅安大地震后。有上万栋的村民的房子全部都被毁坏。那台湾的建筑师谢英俊在里头搞了非常多这种钢结构的可以自己 DIY 的建筑系统。
After the Sichuan earthquake is a huge earthquake, that many of the residents were torn down or destroyed. So one of our local architects from Taiwan, Xie Yingjun, have done a lot of projects there that using all different kind of steel structure that people can assemble by themselves.
所以在中国现在所有的美术学院都还有一个传统叫做下乡。下乡就是说大概有2个礼拜的时间，他会把美术学院的学生拉到一个非常乡下的地方，就让他们做素描、写生这种。
In China, all the art schools still remain this kind of tradition that all the students will be taken to farming villages or remote areas for 2 weeks to do scratches and all different kind of artworks in these remote areas.
但是那一年我带他们去下乡的时候，只有一个规定：你不可以拿出照相机，你不可以拿出纸跟笔，然后你要去跟居民一起盖他们的房子。
When I took the students to these remote villages, I have only one rule for them. I told them that during the process, you are not allowed to take out your cameras or your pens or your paper. All you have to do is participate and build these houses or rebuild these houses with those people.
然后每天考验成绩的方式就是，各位知道，如果你帮农民吃饭，农民会留你你帮农民工作，他会留你在家里吃饭的。所以我每一天的考核就是你有没有被农民在家里吃饭，如果没有的话，你就不要回来了。
So the way that we evaluate the students that are they really committed to the process is that normally in the situation like this, if you work with the farmers or work with the villagers, they'll invite you back to their house for dinner. So our evaluation is, are you invited back to the houses?
然后最后呢，在这个10天之内，我们几乎每天要做苦力，包括我整天。
During that 10 days, every one of us have been doing a lot of field works, and there's one day that we are working with people from another village who has already been reconstructed to work with them to reconstruct this steel structure.
See, just like this villagers, but this is student, and 3 is students. So you 你不太能够真的区分到底谁是工人，谁是村民，谁是学生。
So during this process, you cannot really tell that who's students and who is construction workers or who are villagers. Everyone is mixed up together.
然后最后我们有个 project 是把这个钢架拿回到中国美院，邀请所有中国美院的师生一起合盖这个钢架，做个小展览。然后最后这个钢架会回到四川里面，变成他们一栋真正的房子。就透过这种劳力交换跟流动，让所有养尊处优的中国学生开始认识中国农村。
Later on, we brought some of those steel materials back into our academy and then built a little house structure there and for exhibitions. After the exhibition, these structures will be sent back to Sichuan to be real houses for the residents. And this is how these art school students, who are mostly far away from village, to start to understand village.
我们这有一个非常短的讲那个整个过程的。
So we'll show you a very short clip about the process.
OK，各位知道那个在四川里头有非常多的农村是机械没有办法进去的，所以我们没有启动机，没有大型的拖拉机可以做这个事情，所有的盖房子的工作都必须手工完成。但是很多农民并不像谢英俊建筑师那样一开始想的，好像你可以很容易的找到很多人们亲戚朋友帮你帮忙，其实没有，因为有非常多农民能买得起材料，但是没有人帮忙，因为要雇工，所以我们去那边大概帮了10户左右的农民，在这10天之内帮了10户左右盖起他们的房价，就是基本上把钢架全部都弄好了这样。
Many of these villages are located remotely. That means that they cannot ship those heavy machines get into these villages and then operate them easily to build up the houses. Originally, the architect Xie Yingjun thought that if they can produce this kind of module, then people can build up themselves. However, in these villages, they are very poor, and they don't have a lot of human powers in that situation. If you want to build a house, you still need to hire people. So in those 10 days, we help around like 10 houses or 10 residents to help them to build up the structure. All the things have to be done manually.
好，这是那天晚上我们把钢架运到杭州的一些状况，因为这是学生自己剪的，这不是一个正式的 memo， 就是我们很辛苦的那个大楼里头盖这个钢架什么的。
So this is how we ship those steel structure.
他们学生剪的，音乐是他们挑的，是。
Back into the academies to rebuild the structure, and this is added by the students. And the song may be interesting to some of the people in Hong Kong because this is also the theme song for Umbrella Revolution in Hong Kong. Okay, to put it, my answer is that of course, fine.
OK， 这大概是我们那3天的事情。那最后我可能要花点时间留给合作社，但没有时间。最后这个 project 比较特别，是我跟一群研究生一起合作的。因为我一直在找寻有什么方式可以让大家一起来做一件事儿。就我的概念都很简单，有没有一个事情是我们大家一起来完成的？所以我就从历史上把所有的乌托邦的历史全部找出来一遍。那我们就做出了一个这种乌托邦出柜的展览。那这是在中央美院的中央美术馆的一个双年展的作品。那这个作品就是我们通过出了4张大海报，然后重新做了一个建筑上历史上建筑史上最有名的乌托邦的 project， 像那个傅立叶的法兰斯泰尔，然后科比意的光辉城市，还有季行星后来的谈的那些叫做那个叫什么城市我都忘了，反正很多 project， 然后我们就把这个 project 给具体化，把他们历史上从来没有出现过的、没有实现过的计划给做出模型来，放在那个长的柜子里头。那同时这是光辉城市，傅立叶的法兰斯泰尔。我们出了4种海报来介绍这整个乌托邦的历史，然后也办了很多 workshop， 告诉他说为什么人类其实曾经有过非常大的梦想跟理想，在做 co-ops 或在做一个 utopian 的 community， 但是他们为什么失败了？然后透过这个过程，一直很多研讨会来跟他们讨论这个事情。
This is another project that I work with graduate students. I've been always thinking about what kind of project that we can work together or complete together. So in this project in Beijing, I work with this group of students and then try to look back into the utopian history in the human world and what kind of utopian ideas that we have been building over the years, over the millennium that we have been working on. And we decided to call this as a come out utopian. We have collected 4 different utopian ideals from the history and then try to visualize it or represent it into in our exhibition field. And also in this process we do a lot of workshop and then talk about what kind of ideal, what kind of ambition, what kind of prospect that we as humans have thought about in the future that could happen, and also why did they fail?
这是我们在另外一个在红砖美术馆展出的方式，就不是靠 workshop， 我们是透过一个10个屏幕的同步播放，把那个历史上每一个重要的故事全部拆开来，同时放这样。
This is another exhibitions around the same topic that we use different display and screen to talk about all the process and how is it different or related to each other.
OK， 好，剩下这个都不重要。我们回到结论，就是结论就是我说的，就是我脑袋中思考就是说，如果 common 这个概念有意思的话，那一定是怎么在行动里头让它造成。所以而且我特别不喜欢对我来说，只是国家透过某种方式在管制私人财产，在这管制之外的就是公共，可是公共并不是我们大家的，是政府的，所以我觉得我们更没丢弃 public 的概念。
So back into my conclusions, I am always interested about the idea or the concept of common. If we want to make common into a meaningful concept, that we have to think about how can we realize it or how can we implement that in our actions or movements. I don't really like to talk about it from a private-public perspective because if we think public, the idea public is a very classic idea and it's actually just how the governments try to control private property because if it's not private property, it's public. We thought public is for everyone, but actually it actually belongs to the governments.
所以我觉得为什么东西叫这个整个系列叫做无地之爱？这是我最近一直思考的一个理论上的问题。也就是说 ，utopia 加上 topophilia，topophilia 其实基本上是一个爱地方的感情，这个叫 topophilia。那 utopia 跟 topophilia 如果连在一块，就有两个意思。第一个意思是你非常爱那个地方，或是你爱的没有那个地方，就说这个叫无地之爱。就你既爱那个地方，可是那个地方又不存在，所以你才有可能把你的所有的认同跟抗争，从一个跟地域、血缘、财产、社区、家园、国家有关的这种连结给解脱出来，而变成是一个计划性的抗争或计划性的认同，而这个计划性认同跟那种抵抗性的认同是很不一样的。
This is the concept that I've been thinking or contemplating on for a while. It's called utopophilia. Utopia is the ideal that we have. Topophilia is actually a kind of affections to the local places. And so when we talk about utophilia, it means that you have this strong affection to a places that doesn't exist. I think that's how that we can, with this kind of affection, so with this kind of mentality, we can really liberate what our ideals from those local connections about ethnics or country or all different kind of things traditionally that is related to our social movements, and then try to focus on what we want to do. It is a more strategic way and it's different from how we resist from the things that we are not satisfied with.
因为时间关系，我来不及讲合作社，但我最近在进行2个计划，一个计划是这个Multitude Asia 或者叫做 Tell We Faces。这个 project 是我们希望透过影像的记录的方式，在整理亚洲范围里头的社会运动。
So this is the current project I've been working on. It's called Till We Have Faces or Multitudes.Asia. We're trying to collect all different social movements around Asia.
我们现在已经因为这个周三已经放过一部片，是关于香港独立媒体的。那其实我们目前已经完成了有2部片，一部片是香港，一部片是台湾。那接下来我们会完成印度、韩国、日本跟马来西亚不同的 project。那这 project 其实有一个重点是，我不想再谈社会运动，或者讲我们不应该只谈大事件。
And we have also finished another work in Taiwan. In the next few months of period of time, we will finish the projects in India, Malaysia, Korea, and Japan. In this project, we tried not to focus on the social movement or the major event itself, but also try to highlight the individuals and what kind of tools they utilize to gather people together.
也就是说，如果我刚刚讲的那个 act， 把这个 act 当作是一个怎么找到一些参考的媒介，让这个 act 可以发生的话，比如说，香港独立媒体是透过媒体或媒体的概念，那台湾的工人的黑手拿卡西是透过音乐，那日本的樱井大造是透过剧场，马来西亚那个独立书店是透过书店，那韩国的野菊花乐团，就是光州事件这个最重要的乐团，他们透过音乐等等，就是我们希望透过看到这些人怎么透过一种特定的艺术的媒介，让他跟很多人同时发生关系。在这个状况下，我可以说它是 common 的。
In many of these projects, people involved in these movements actually use different kind of media to gather people or attract people or interact with people. In Hong Kong, the inmedia.hk, they use media as a channel. In Taiwan, this band use music as a channel to connect with people. In Malaysia, they're using bookstore as a channel. In Japan, they are using theater. In Korea, in Guangzhou, they are using music as well. So they're using different kind of material or different kind of media to connect people, especially many people at the same time.
当然，现在我们完成的片还不多，但我们所有完成的片都可以在 Vimeo 上找到，它完全是 open source 的，就是我们努力拍的片，然后还有收集到很多东西，希望比较有系统的整理在Vimeo 上，然后完全用 open source 的方法释放。也就是说，各位朋友，你可以回到你的国家，尽可能的放这些片。那我们尽可能的在我们的能力范围头做了中英文的字幕，所以希望它可以做一些多一点的国际流传。
We have only a few complete projects so far, and it's all released on Vimeo as an open source project. So you are more than welcome to distribute them and then broadcast them in your countries. We'll try our best to do English and Chinese subtitles for international distribution.
因为时间关系，我本来答应 Esther 要讲合作社，如果1年之后这个活动还有继续举办，我那时候可以跟各位报告合作社的进度。
Originally, I promised Esther to talk about another project about cooperative or collective co-ops. But if this events happen again next year, then I'll tell you about the progress.
我现在在很多地方开始组织这个地方，我起码去过了台北、台南、高雄、杭州、广州、重庆。杭州、北京，反正我希望在这个地方都有一个非常具体的空间，把我们的日常生活给合作社化，因为只有合作社化才能够彻底的改变生产关系。
I've been to many places in Taiwan and China already, and I try to organize a co-ops for the daily lives there, and because I think this is the only way that we can really change our daily lives.
然后最后，我希望再放1分钟的片，就是我介绍一下台湾的黑手。这是一个预告片，大概我们看其中的片段，也许看这个片子，各位可能比较知道我们整个注重自贸的主要的精神在哪里。
I'll show you a 1-minute clip about our projects in Taiwan and how this project is what this project focus on and how they use music as medium to distribute and connect with other people.
台湾的工人拢无存，野生的动物因好过，国后的英雄拢无分。我咧福伊啦福伊啦，予你一块。
这个东西就台语里面就是“欧趣”嘛，“欧趣”整天跟机油、脏污、机器在一起的人。那纳卡西就台湾文化里面很多就是帮人家伴唱的这些乐队叫纳卡西，那干脆就把它命名成黑手纳卡西这样。96年，因为就是官场抗争嘛，然后那时候他们在讲说要不要。
在 Vimeo 跟 YouTube 上就可以找到。不过我还是希望各位可以看到最后一段，就是也就是说，我们都觉得社会运动是非常干的地方，也就是这可能是社会运动没有办法维持太久的原因。可是我觉得这个社会需要 carnival， 如果这个社会没有 carnival， 那我们就会有很多的 protest 或 social movement。那所以我们很多反过来讲，也就是我们很多 protest。rally 或者是 social movement， 其实为了创造一个属于我们自己日常生活的 carnival 而已。
So this film, the whole film lasts more than 1 hour, so you can access it in Vimeo or YouTube. Actually, I think that in many of the social movement in Taiwan is kind of dry. That's why it will not be able to sustain for a long time. We need carnival in our daily lives, so that's some people trying to build up a carnival in their daily lives and then try to enrich the process as well.
我到这边，然后也许休息的时候我们可以看这个最后一首歌的时间，这样谢谢各位。
So that concludes my presentation. Thank you.
好，谢谢孙权这么精彩的 presentation。